welcome to this week's Pinch of Positivity. I'm editor Ella Bissonnette. Today I'm going to be talking about fall and the way seasons and weather and just the overall scenery can affect your mood and your ability to be positive at times. So it's officially October, which is kind of the fall month. It's Halloween time. There's pumpkins around. You're wearing flannels. It's not too cold, but it's just the right amount of cold. And honestly, I love fall. It's one of my favorite holidays, and it's one I'm more. I don't want to say more positive, but I am, because fall is one of my favorite seasons, especially just because the weather. The weather can affect how you're feeling. I swear it can, because some people might not might not like rain, but I do, and so when it rains, I'm positive and happy, even though it's rain. And when it's sunny and hot, I guess it's a pretty day, but when it's 99 degrees, I'm not happy. It's too hot. Or when it's the middle of August and I'm out on the softball field sweating my butt off, I'm not happy. I'm not more likely to spread positivity. So you're not even getting a pinch of positivity when the weather is not fall weather or even winter weather, because a lot of people don't like winter, but I really do. I've never been to a northern state where it's below freezing or whatever in the winter, and it's super super cold and snowing all the time and ice on the road. It doesn't really get like that in Georgia, so it's just super cold. And when I think of winter, I think of Christmas, and I think of family time and Christmas trees and Christmas pajamas and being cold and watching Christmas movies. The season brings a whole different, every different season there's something different to do. That's how I look at it. And it's okay, we just entered a new season. What can I be positive about this time? Fall, pumpkin, like I said, it's not too cold or it's not too cold, it's not too hot, perfect weather. You got Halloween coming up, and then November's coming up too, which is Thanksgiving, and that means a break off of school too. And then in winter, it's Christmas, school break, wrapping up the school semester. It's stressful, but at the end of that month, it's totally worth it. And then you go to spring, and it's spring's a little hot, but it's really nice, and it's you're almost done with the school year, just keep going. And then you're okay, I just gotta keep going. And then you hit summer, and it's you have that huge break from school. There's the pools open now. Summer birthdays happen, family trips. Just a lot of fun stuff happen in each season. So as we're transitioning into October and the cooler months, just take advantage of a new opportunity to look at a different way. Okay, let me go hang out with my friends at a pumpkin patch or go apple picking or something. Just because during the fall season, it's not what you do, but it's an opportunity of what you can do. And let's go have an activity instead of just sitting around because it's too hot outside, but it's not. As each season changes, you have an ability to change with it. Maybe you were a little bit negative because you didn't like the last season or something like that. If it was too hot during August or September, you didn't like it, you had a tendency to be more negative. Well, now it's not cooler, so you don't really have an excuse to be negative and stuff like that. So take this as an opportunity and just keep going. I saw an Insta reel on this, actually. It was this girl waking up, she's waking up knowing the rest of the 3 months are going to be great, because if you look at the October, November, December, each month, these are my 3 favorite months, because October, it's cool, it's fall, you got Halloween. November, it's starting to transition into winter a little bit. It's cool, you have family time, Thanksgiving break, and a school break. So, and then you go to December, which is Christmas and a really big school break. And your family is with you, usually for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So you get to have family time while doing new things. I remember thinking about this in February. I was looking forward to these last 3 months, because when you're so stressed out with school and extracurriculars and sports and everything, sometimes you can take like a step back and be like, okay, I've got 3 more months until I have a huge break and I get to start over with a new year. Let me just push myself really hard and get there. And that's something like people need to do. Sometimes we get so caught up in the moment that we just like are go, or we get stressed out. We're like, I have 3 more months to like get my grade up. I don't know how I'm going to do that. How about take it week by week and be like, hey, I have this week to do the best I can. And sometimes your best isn't going to be a 95 in the class. But as long as you did your best, it should show in your grade. And if you can't be proud, at the end of the day, you're going to look at whatever you did, and if you put 110% effort in, you're going to look at it and be like, okay, I tried my best on that. That's all I could do. And you're going to be proud of that because you're like, hey, I worked extremely hard on that. It doesn't matter the grade. I know that I grew as a person doing this. Or, yeah, that's just the fact of it. If you try your best, it usually shows out in the end. But sometimes you just got to accept what happens and be like, hey, let me take a step back. I've got 3 more months. Let me just calm down for a second, because people are like already stressing, and I know people are already looking at calculating their averages. What am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to be able to exempt my final exam because I don't have a 95. I'm not going to be able to do this because attendance. But if you just take a step back and be like, I have 3 more months to enjoy the fall season, to enjoy Thanksgiving and the winter season. I have 3 more months until like I can actually chill. If I just take those 3 months and look at it as like, instead of like stressing during those, if I look at the 3 months and be like, hey, I have 3 more months to do the October, November, December to put my best effort in. If it doesn't get up to a 95 to exempt, or it doesn't meet the expectations you have for yourself, you're going to leave knowing you did the best you could. And that's something I think will help you be more positive. If you're like, if the first thing is, if you're positive towards yourself, you're going to be positive towards others. And I think that's something that we all need to work on. I think everyone, especially in high school, they're a lot harder on themselves. And if we take a step back and we just be more grounded, I think we'll all be more positive around. So take October as an opportunity to start this new season. It's a new start, and take it day by day. And know that as long as you put your best in, it's going to work out in the long run. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Pinch of Positivity. Make sure to follow us on social media at SMHS Prowler, and go to our website at theprowlernews.org.